Hey guys, we are back and now we're going to talk about the British Constitution. A constitution provides a framework of rules and principles for the conduct of government, politics within a state. Now, for most states, these rules and principles are contained in a single written document. Now, in Britain, it is an exception in that it lacks a single binding document detailing its system of government. However, this does not mean that Britain lacks a constitution in the sense of well-established rules of the government. Now, some of these rules are written down so strictly speaking, Britain has an uncodified rather than an unwritten constitution. Now let's talk about the major sources of the British Constitution. Number 1. Statute Law. Now this law is passed by the Parliament, some of which is of a constitutional nature. Number 2. Common Law. The part of English law that is derived from custom and judicial precedent rather than statutes. Number 3. Conventions. Unwritten rules of constitutional behavior which are widely accepted and observed, mainly because of the political difficulties that would arise if they were not evolved over time. Most of the powers relating to the PM depend on conventions. Number 4. The law and custom of Parliament. Resolutions and conventions and informal understanding that contain rules relating to the functions, procedures, privileges, and immunities of both houses. Number 5. Works of authority. In the absence of other authoritative sources, works by eminent jurists and experts on the British Constitution are consulted. Number 6. European Union law. Since the UK joined the EEC in 1973, European Union law has been binding on the UK and applied by British courts. This impacts on the constitutional principle of parliamentary sovereignty. Number 7. European Convention on Human Rights. This was incorporated in the UK in 1998 and came into force in 2000. It appears to have a higher status than normal parliamentary law, which can be declared incompatible with the ECHR. Now lastly, the key features of the British Constitution. Number 1. A unity state instead of a federal state. Number 2. A constitutional monarchy instead of a republic. The monarchy must in no way be involved in the making of a new government. Number 3. Parliamentary sovereignty instead of a separation of powers. In formal terms, parliamentary authority in the UK is unlimited and the statute law is supreme over all other forms of law. No parliament can bind its successors. Number 4. Representative democracy instead of direct democracy. Number 5. The rule of law, the fundamental principles that all citizens, no matter how important, are subjected to the law of the land. Action taken by the government or others without the authority of law can be challenged in the courts, which are independent and act as a check on the executive.